Hello, beautiful one. So let's look at it this way. If you are in an experience with another person and you feel as if you've done this same dance before, this same experience before, and it has not been an experience that you felt was beneficial to you, to your energy, or to either one of you, it was just like hitting your heads against the wall, cycling through the same type of experience again that had densities in it that you just no longer are choosing to feed or expand in your life. So when you're in that space, what can you do? What can you do? What tool can you have in your tool belt, right? that you can pull out, that you can navigate that experience in a new way, in a higher vibrational way for you and for them. And if they don't choose to respond the way you have chosen to respond in a new way, and they want to stay in the cycle, that's okay. You're not here to live their life. You're here to live your life. So what is the tool? I want you to, if you can, in any future experience that you see it beginning to cycle, that you're like, here we go again in your mind, right? Although that's a perceptual view that we could work on shifting as well. Anyways, if you're in the experience and you know that that's unfolding the way it has before and you don't want to do that, I want you to see a tennis match. I want you to see a tennis match. You're one of the tennis players, you have a racket, and they're one of the tennis players and they have a racket. And as the experience unfolds, the tennis ball is the density. The tennis ball is the repetitive cycle, okay? So when that tennis ball gets hit across the experience court to you by the other person, they're playing a game. It's a game that you've played maybe your entire life with this person. But it's your choice if you hit the ball back. It's your choice if you hit the density back to them and then begin that game, continue that game. Allow that game. Or in that moment when you make that conscious understanding that, okay, I'm experiencing this same game again, right, with this person, with this experience. And it can also be with one of your own thoughts that comes up again and hits that ball of density into your side of the court, and it's just waiting for you to hit it back so that it can, in essence, feed off of your focus and continue to live. Because without your focus, it does not live. Without your focus, that particular experience with that person or your thought, it begins to diminish. It begins to lose its energetic power. So, because what you focus on expands, period. So in that moment of awareness and observation by you, you're being the conscious creator of your life, and you're not unconsciously just slamming that ball back and forth, continuing to stay in these cycles and games. But in that moment of consciousness, right, as the creator that you are, in awareness and observation, you say, ooh, that ball, that density, that experience that I no longer want to align with just came flying into my court. Do I want to hit the ball back? Do I want to say, no, you're wrong, I'm right? Do I want to say, you never hear me? Do I want to say, that's not what I meant? There are spaces that it is legitimately the right space to speak your truth. But you need to be, or you can be if you choose to. You don't need to. You can be if you choose to. Conscious enough to know if when you speak your truth, will you be heard? Or are you speaking to a wall in this space because these consciousnesses, yours and theirs, are at totally different levels? And it's not a judgment. This is not conceit. This is not, I'm better than you. I know more than you. I'm more enlightened than you. This is not about that. It's just the true fact that consciousnesses exist at all different spaces. And if they can't hear you, they can't hear you. And again, this goes back to the same thing I talked about in another video when Jesus was on the cross and he said, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. He understood where their consciousness were at. Period. So in that moment of observation and awareness, you choose consciously to hit that ball back or not, to play that game again or not. And in that moment, you are creating, no matter what choice you make, You're either creating more of that same cycle, that same experience, that same density unfolding, or you're shifting your focus. You're no longer feeding that connection, and you're aligning yourself to something that you feel more aligned with in your life, that you want that alignment. Yes, that you choose to consciously align with. Okay, this is a beautiful space of understanding. I offer it to you here. Questions, comments, feedback, please, please do so. Like it if you liked it. Subscribe if you don't already. Share it with somebody else if you feel like it would benefit them. And I am just so super honored to walk with you and grateful unendingly for you allowing me to do so and you walking with me. I offer classes in group settings live on Zoom on the weekends, and I also do group energy transmission sessions. I also do one-on-ones. Go to my website, sacredexpansion.com. Please check it out and see if anything's calling your name. I love you. I love you. I love you.